It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough, buffing my nails.
On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The new era of Carolina football begins. The Panthers and Falcons underway to begin 2023. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
They run with a third-year man, Chuba Hubbard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On play action, Young. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett busting through to get him for a loss of 6. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Now Young. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away.
Avery Williams deep for Atlanta.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Ready. Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Ritter to throw it. Got a man and he hits him in stride. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Ritter's pass completes a Pitts. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing,
and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now Young. That is taken in by Hurst. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, we went
moved from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Here's Koo to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a third and 8 more.
On the double.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Ready.
Young on third down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down. So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Steps away. That's complete to Mooney. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Mooney had a hair under 500 yards last season and only 2 touchdowns. But the year before, 1,000-yard season. 2023, a big year for his future with the franchise.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. So our game here, one of 8 games in total on this opening weekend that is a divisional matchup. And listen, you look at this NFC South, new coach and quarterback on the other sideline for Carolina, new quarterback in New Orleans, new QB in Tampa. All of a sudden, Desmond Ridder, Charles, is the lone established veteran quarterback in the division.
I like how you said established there. I think in the elastic sense of the word, he's the established veteran. But he is the guy that returns to his team from last year and is leading them. This division is going to be wide open.
Now Ridder to throw on first down. Robinson's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Quick throw complete. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Robinson will score. Touchdown Atlanta. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 27 yards there on a very nice third-down conversion.
Here we go. Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go now. 62 blaster. Ready, ready.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
So they'll get nothing out of that play. 3rd and 7 now. Another completion there. We think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not the... And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Here's Ritter. Dancing to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tough that one. Good for 24 yards.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Ready, go. 6, 7. Ready.
Back to throw, Ritter. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman
so
at
both
our EA
these coaching
Sports
staffs
halftime
likely
report.
making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they scored here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominating the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now Ritter going to change up the look. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
Check white. Ready.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Ready?
They'll run with Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Shot, 17. Hut.
Young looks to throw on first down. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. It looks like they'll move things around here. Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. Past the 20. He's to the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
52 blaster.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Ready.
Robinson up the middle.
And now the rookie's free. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
And even 150 yards rushing for him now here in Week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Ready.
Robinson with another carry.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Seal, black. Set.
Young to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
Ready.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Go field. 10. Ready.
Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Steal. Check steal. Ready.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Let's go now. Strike. Check striker. All right.
On the give, here's Robinson. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Young will set to throw. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Young to throw it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
17.
1st and 10, Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. They drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. It'll be Young again. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th.
Was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Falcons, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another home date next week.